Good morning, West Michigan. We begin with another look at that tornado that touched down in Allegan County overnight. Take a look at your screen. Just look at the storm. You got a lot of lightning involved with this. That's one of two tornadoes that we know hit West Michigan overnight. A live look outside as you're waking up. The worst of the storms, yep, they've passed. And now cleanup will begin in some of the communities that are the hardest hit by those storms. Thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday morning. I'm Tanner Holbrook.
And I'm Emily Scarlett. We have team coverage for you this morning. Our Aaron Sullivan and Deja Barrett are in Allegan and Montcalm counties, right where those tornadoes have been confirmed. We've got a live look at those areas as cleanup gets underway. But first, Chief Meteorologist Samantha Jacks is live in studio. Sam, you were here all night tracking those storms. We've also gotten a lot of great video from our viewers showing us what was happening outside last night.
Yeah, and we really appreciate all of the reports that we have been receiving for the last 12 hours or so. We do still have ongoing thunderstorm activity, and this line of powerful storms began as early as 8 o'clock yesterday evening, and yet still we are experiencing the remnants of it right now at 5:30 in the morning. You can see we have a cluster of thunderstorm cells that have gained just a little bit of strength and energy, garnering a little bit of my attention this morning. But what I will say is that our atmosphere has been so stripped of its potential energy this morning to cause these storms to really turn into anything that's noteworthy. That aside, we really want to make sure that we're watching it closely. There is clearly thunder and lightning embedded within this storm, making it to areas such as Holland by the time we reach around 6:17 this morning. Port Shelton Township by 6:12, making it to the greater Grand Rapids area right around 6:45. There are some small signatures for what would be very small hail embedded in this storm, something we are very familiar with. Over the last several hours, we have had multiple hail reports as this line of powerful storms continued to sink down to the south and east, and now we're kind of getting to the backside of it, but the continued generation of increased thunderstorm activity is still ongoing across the area. We received well over 1 to 3 inches of rainfall last night, with more to come throughout the day today, and that's what's warranting our ongoing flood watch stretched all across the state of Michigan, and flood warnings in effect for both Mecosta and Montcalm County this morning. We will continue to track this system, as well as a small risk for severe weather that's been introduced to our forecast tonight, coming up here shortly.
Thanks, Sam. To Allegan County now, where we know one tornado touched down late last night.
So as the sun comes up, of course, that cleanup will begin. We'll start to see a clearer picture of the damage left behind overnight. 13 on your sides, Aaron Sullivan, joining us live from Otsego right now. Aaron, good morning to you. What are you seeing this morning?
Emily, Tanner, good morning. Well, we are here in the Otsego Plainwell area, and I've got to say, it is very difficult to see what is going on around us, the debris. But I will tell you, we did just have a quick thunderstorm pass through, a lot of lightning, which did illuminate the town, because we know there's a lot of power outages over here. And you're most likely going to find a scene like this. There are downed trees everywhere, even behind me, next to me. But like I said, with these power outages, it's just so difficult to see. If we even zoom in over here, we are at, it looks like a doctor's office. This sign is completely off the hinges as well. And you can see just the size of this tree that tipped over and fell on top of this business. Now, again, like I said, this is kind of the same scenario all around town. We just drove through the downtown area, and it looks like the Otsego paper mill is lit up. They must have a generator, but for everyone living here, lights out. So definitely something to keep in mind. Now let's talk a little bit about this tornado. We know this touched down around midnight last night. It went through downtown Otsego. It also went through Plainwell and traveled along M89. Our crew saw a lot of debris across Allegan County, especially on US 131 between Martin and Otsego. That was closed so first responders could clean up trees and down power lines. We also spoke to one resident who said they needed to take shelter during the storm.
Kind of the sirens went off, so I kind of just laid there. Then I heard the winds getting really strong, so I got up and looked out the back, and we headed to the basement at that point. It sounded like one of my windows blew out in my house, and I think that must be when the trees fell down in front of the house. But
Yeah, so down trees, definitely the theme here. We are going to wrap up our hit pretty quickly. It seems there's a lot of lightning and thunder, and this rain is starting to pick back up again. We just had a lightning strike not too far from us. I'm sure you can hear the thunder. We're going to get in our cars, so we're going to toss it back to you guys in studio. For now in Otsego, I'm Aaron Sullivan, 13 on your side.
Yeah, stay dry and safe there, Aaron. We'll check in soon. Thank you. To Montcalm County now, where a tornado we know touched down just outside of Carson City.
A dairy farm was hit by those storms where first responders spent hours helping to round up cows in the rain there. 13 on your side's Deja Barrett is live there now. Deja, even with it being dark out, you're still seeing a lot of the damage there caused by that storm.
Yeah, Emily, you're absolutely right. It's extensive damage here at Hull's Dairy Farm off of Vickeryville Road in Fenwick, Michigan. Here, we're going to give you a look at what's being seen here this morning. Just extensive damage is what I can tell you. NWS did confirm that a tornado did hit around 10:58 last night. Luckily, no reports of any injuries this morning here on this farm here at Hull's Dairy. But just take a look at, you can see that tornado coming right through this area. Of course, this farm holds manages about 500 cows, and that is the issue right now. There are 200 to 300 cows that are on the loose, and so local fire department and officials, they have been corralling those cattle overnight to get them back to the farm. And of course, overnight, our crews were on the scene and was able to speak to a firefighter from Sheridan Fire Department.
We're trying to round up this mess. We have approximately 200 to 300 cows out that we are trying to get out of here. Outside of that, if anybody had any injuries or if there was any more damage that hasn't been reported, make sure you call in the 911 just to get that reported, and we'll get out to you guys.
So you can see that video there, those firefighters wrangling to get those cows in safely. And so again, 200 to 300 cows on the loose here. But let's take a look here back live at Hull's Dairy Farm. You can see the debris here of one of the roofs of the barns here, as some people, there are a few that are on site this morning just kind of picking up what they can. Again, we are contending with the dark right now, not being able to see a whole lot, but enough to know that that tornado coming through this area. Again, no reported injuries as of 3 this morning, but local officials, fire department, encouraging the public or advising the public to make sure to report any injuries and additional damage. Now stick with us here. Coming up at 6, the owner, Janet Hull, is here on scene. I spoke with her moments ago, and she's going to speak with us as she was in her basement safely when that tornado came through, and she's going to walk us through on what she experienced and what she says could be a total loss here at Hull's Dairy Farm. I'm live in Fenwick. Deja Barrett, 13 on your side.
Just devastating to see some of the destruction we're seeing up there at the dairy farm. Deja, thank you. So right now, thousands are without power this morning as emergency crews continue to clean up storm damage. We want to give you a live look now at the Consumers Energy outage map. So around 43,000 customers, and a customer is a home or a business across the state. Those folks are without power. The outages, of course, as you can see, concentrated around Otsego, so just north of Kalamazoo, where Aaron is, Lansing, and then up near Carson City, where Deja was just reporting live from. Consumers has hundreds of crews out right now to get that power back on. So as you are starting your morning, make sure to give crews plenty of room on the road as they work. And if you see any down power lines, folks, please stay away about 25 feet away and report that to Consumers Energy as well.
Several counties under flood alerts and warnings this morning after last night's severe weather. The National Weather Service has issued a flood warning for parts of Muskegon, Newaygo, and Oceana counties. The NWS says flooding of rivers, creeks, and streams, plus other low-lying and flood-prone locations, is imminent or already happening. We're expecting the Muskegon River to hit historic levels later this week as rain continues. The Kent County Road Commission is reminding drivers to be careful as roads continue to flood. And we can't say this enough, if water is covering the road, turn around.
All right, you can always stay weather aware with the 13 on your side app. We have now 24/7 radar available for you to help you keep up to date on the latest storms. Scan the QR code on your screen to get the latest version on your phone. You can also watch live coverage on our website as we have more storms in our forecast for this week.